Good night, guys. Welcome. So it's currently 2 a.m. and I can't sleep. I've talked about this a bit in some of my other videos, but I do have kind of like anxiety-induced insomnia, so I just get really anxious when it comes bedtime because I can't stop thinking about the hours of sleep that I should be getting. It sounds really stupid, but constantly looking at the time, I'm constantly stressing about it, that I have to wake up early, that I'm going to be really tired tomorrow, and all of these worries obviously don't help because I just get really anxious and I just can't sleep. That is what's happening now. So I thought that maybe I should, record a video talking about those worries and just kind of like updating you on my life. So one of you guys told me that I should try to journal, and that actually really helped because it really helps having somewhere you can just dump everything. And I have noticed that there are some topics that I'm constantly talking about, and those are what I'm going to discuss here today. So maybe grab your cup of tea and let's just dive right into. You can keep me company, kind of like a little FaceTime call. One of the things that I've noticed that it's always kind of like in my mind is the future. And okay, I know like everyone thinks about the future, but I feel like I think about it an abnormal amount of time. Basically, a lot of my friends already have jobs. Most of them already have jobs or are in the way of getting one, and I feel like I'm kind of running behind. Like, should I get a job, like a real actual job? Like, I guess I'm 20 years old and I should be doing something, but on the other hand, I just kind of want to enjoy because I am very grateful to have a family that supports me financially, so I don't feel like I should be rushing into that, and I feel like I don't even have a schedule to do that. Like, my classes are all over the place, and this with kind of like already content creating. I hate saying that I do this, but I guess I do this because it takes up a lot of my time. I feel like I just don't have the space for that right now, but I really feel like I'm getting behind. Everyone knows what the fuck they're going to do after college. Like, a lot of them already have like jobs planned out. They're going to take a master's degree, whatever it is they're going to do, and I am just like, I have no idea. I'm talking way too loud, but I have no idea what I want to do. This is kind of like already talking a bit about one of your guys' questions about my Q&A, because I posted that I wanted to do a Q&A a bit earlier in the week, and a lot of you guys asked me this question, is that what I want to do after college, and I have no idea. Do not even talk about it, because I have one of two things. I want to take a master's degree kind of like with a scholarship in Japan. That's one of the reasons I'm learning Japanese. That scholarship is crazy hard to get, so I'm not really hopeful. Or I want to kind of like solo backpack through Southeast Asia. That's kind of like one of my dreams. But for either of them, I have to make money at some point, but I really feel like I don't know, I do not want to grow up and have a job. Like, it's scary. All of my friend group is already so grown up. They all have their own cars. We can just like go whatever. And up until like 2 years ago, we did not have any of those things. We depended on buses and trains, and it sucked, but at least we like, I don't know, we were teenagers. But I am an adult. I am a full-fledged adult now, and I do not want any of the responsibilities that come with it. It's just a scary thought that time is just going so fucking fast. I've done nothing of the things that I wanted. I have not even like worked towards them. I know that's okay because we all just go on their own time. Just because my friends are getting jobs doesn't mean that I should be getting a job. This sounds really stupid because I know that I'm going to eventually get one, but I just don't want to be about that 9-to-5 lifestyle. That is scary because I see and I know how my parents like suffer with that. They work all day and they just get home, watch TV, relax, but I do not want that. Like, that's, for me, that isn't living. And I know this might sound like a very privileged mindset. Maybe it is, but I just know that I want to work really hard towards my goals so that I do not have that lifestyle. My goals being whatever, content creator, like maybe translation. I would really love to do like subtitling type of things. I had that class last semester and it was so fun. It was one of my favorite classes, honestly. So that's kind of like something that I'm also interested in. But other than that, I have no idea, and it's super scary to think about that. I just hate the thought that we can't go back in time, because my teenage years sucked. My high school experience was so shitty. I hated every day I was in there because of the people that were there. They were just not my type. It was literally the worst time I ever experienced in my life. I was crying every day. Then COVID struck and I just was stuck at home for 2.5 years. I didn't go to parties because we literally couldn't. I did not went out a lot, and now I'm seeing all of these 16-year-olds just completely living it. They are crazy, and the fact that I couldn't be one of them, I don't know, a part of me is just kind of like missing, and I feel like I want to make it up during college, but I've grown from that. Like, I feel like I missed the point. I don't know where I was going. I feel like this video is going to be a bit all over the place because I literally can't have a normal conversation. I just lose track of it. I don't know what happens, but I want to talk about one situation that happened yesterday that has also been keeping me awake at night. To give a bit of context, I got my driver license, July, kind of, I think. I don't actually remember, but it was there. And I always had a hard time with it. I always get super stressful, super nervous every time I was in a car. And when I was actually starting to get used to it, my 2 cars broke down, so I couldn't drive anymore. And now I fixed the car, but my dad always uses it to go to work, so I don't actually have like access to it. So that means that I have spent kind of like 5 months without driving, and I am so scared to go back. I have noticed that every time I'm in a car, I just get really anxious. Even if I'm not the one driving, I just get really hyper aware of what's happening, and I don't know how to get past this. But basically yesterday I went on a drive. For the first time in a lot of time, I drove. It was something. I don't know what it was. I do not know the difference between anxiety attacks and panic attacks, or just attacks in general, but basically I couldn't breathe. I was like shaking so much. My teeth were like hitting each other. I don't know, clicking my teeth. Okay, so English is my first language, so I have a free pass for poor vocabulary sometimes. It's really late, so I'm sorry. But I literally had to pull over, get out of the car, and just go home. I went home. I don't know how to explain how I felt, but I was so uncomfortable. I didn't feel safe. I felt like I was going to die at any moment, honestly. So I just went home, I called myself, and I went back there, and I called my girlfriend, and we just kind of like FaceTime towards the entirety of the ride, and that really helped. But I do not want to repeat that experience ever again. So now I do not know how to do this. Like, I was so excited to have a driving license because it meant that I finally was free. I could do and go wherever I want without bothering anyone, without spending like an hour on public transportation, because public transportation in Lisbon fucking sucks. And I really want to get past this fear, because like I said, it's not only when I'm driving, it's every time I'm in a car. I don't know. Those are the 2 thoughts that have been like worrying me more lately. I'm gonna go try to sleep now, or maybe I'm just going to keep playing Sims like I've been doing for the last 3 hours. It's fun. It's a fun game, and now I have all the packages. I'm so excited. I got it illegally though, so do not tell anyone. This tea is very cold, but I hope you liked it, and I don't know, see you next week. It's probably going to be a vlog. Who knows? I have no idea what I'm going to be doing, honestly. Whatever. Love you all. See you next week.